watch online is likely about to change. That's because of a sweeping overhaul of copyright rules just passed by the European Parliament. Big names in tech like YouTube and Google are impacted the most. And critics say it's a blow to free speech and the internet as we know it. Hadas Gul joins me now to break it all down for us. So what do these new rules mean for end users like us?
So this was a big package, and there's two articles in this law that are getting the most attention. They're kind of known as the link tax and the upload filter. Now, the link tax has to do with news. This is things like Google News saying that they will potentially have to pay publishers to link to that content. But then what you were specifically talking about is about this content upload filter. And it's saying that any platform that makes money off of uploaded content like a YouTube has to make sure that none of that content has some sort of copyright that YouTube does not hold the license for. Really, any website doesn't hold the license for already if that's being uploaded. Now, think about how this would affect things like potentially memes. It could affect clips. What if you're filmed singing karaoke to your favorite Taylor Swift song? There's also a whole economy around this of streaming video games, of people filming themselves playing video games and making money off of that. According to this law, that could all potentially be impacted, and websites would be responsible for filtering out anything that has any sort of copyright to it. Now, the EU claims that there is a provision for anything that has to do with satire, and that would potentially include memes. But there is a fear that the tech companies would have to put in such big filters on the content that it would be hard for an AI technology to determine what's satire, what's a meme, and what's actually a copyright violation. Now, as you noted, a lot of the tech companies have come out against this. Google, YouTube, Reddit have all been campaigning against this, including on their websites where users would see sort of calls to action to call members of the European Parliament and advocate against this. I'll read you part of Google's statement. They said the copyright directive is improved, but will still lead to legal uncertainty and will hurt Europe's creative and digital economies. They said that the details matter and they look forward to working with policymakers, partly because this is not going to be implemented automatically. It needs formal approval by European ministers, and then it will go to all the different European countries who will then have to transpose it into national law. But this could be a huge change to the way we use the internet and what we see on the internet, at least in Europe, Paula.